We continue today's Game 1 news conference with representatives from Campbell. Joining us left to right, head coach Justin Hare and student athletes Thomas Harrington and Ty Babin. Coach will make an opening statement, and then we will go into questions for all three representatives. Please raise your hand, and we will call on you. Coach?
Yeah. First and foremost, I want to congratulate Tommy. Just set the single season school record for wins in a year with his 12th win this year. So it's a big time record for us, and really proud of him, proud of our guys to come out and compete and ready to go. This is our fourth straight regional, and so we've kind of been on both sides of winning the first game and not winning the first game, and you set up a lot better by winning the first game. So really excited to be able to do that, and proud of our guys for getting after it and being ready to go after an emotional weekend last weekend. So super excited about what's next.
Questions?
Thomas, obviously you've had a fantastic season. I'm guessing you probably haven't faced a lineup quite like Georgia Tech, statistically speaking. What was your approach, and how did you kind of feel going into this game?
Yeah, I mean, shout out to Georgia Tech. I mean, that's a phenomenal offense from top to bottom. I guess kind of the biggest focus coming into knowing that we're going to face Georgia Tech and a powerhouse offense like that is really just to be in the zone early, attack with our best stuff, and then trust that, our stuff is good enough to get those hitters out. I mean, just for example, Kevin Parada, I felt like I threw some really good pitches to him, and, he was still 2 for 3 off of me. So, great offense, but today was good, and we look forward to tomorrow.
Ty, I'm sure y'all came in here with a bunch of confidence, but being a top 10 offense, even though you all are a smaller school, did it provide a little bit of a chip on your shoulder that they chose to go with Medic instead of their best pitcher today?
I actually didn't know that until you just said that, but I think we come into every place with a little chip on our shoulder. Small town university kind of fuels us when people don't know who we are and what we've done, even though we've been to 4 back-to-back regionals and some final appearances. But I think we always have confidence. We always prepare at a high level, always put ourselves in a situation to where when we get into game time, things are going to be a little easier. Based off our preparation. So I think we have a lot of confidence in each other and just find ways to get the job done, no matter who it is, no matter who we're playing against.
Middle left.
Coach, I'm curious, you obviously go up against a Georgia Tech team you know can score a lot of runs. You guys had that big inning in the second, another big inning later, but you probably knew that you had to keep the scoring kind of coming. Was that kind of just to keep the foot on your neck? Because they ended up scoring 8 runs, you had 15, which ended up being obviously enough.
Yeah, this is an offensive ballpark. There's 3 really good offenses in this regional, and that's not to take anything away from Alabama State. They've scored a bunch of runs too. So, we played in the Mississippi State Regional last year, also an offensive ballpark, and there ain't a whole lot of leads that are going to be safe in this place, which is cool. It's fun, right? Our hitters get to keep getting after it, and we get to keep trying to put pressure on the defense, and I think our guys are aware of the fact that every run is valuable, and every one that we can cash in, we're going to try to cash in, and just try to keep that foot on the accelerator as best that we can.
Justin, as a coach, I'm sure you have done the which pitcher do I start in game 1, game 2 kind of mental gymnastics in your head, but were you at all expecting to see Grissom today, or did you
I don't care. Yeah, no, I don't care. I think we've got enough to worry about of trying to figure out who we need to play and who we need to pitch on our team. The last thing that I want to do is care what other coaches are trying to figure out with their team. Coach Hall's got to make that decision, and he is a veteran legend, and I'm sure he made the decision that he felt like was best for his team and put him in the best position to be successful. Our option was to go with Tommy, and that's what we did. So I don't care. I don't think our hitters care. I think early in the year we played into what other teams were going to try to do against us too much, which is probably why we got off to a bad start. The more we concentrate on what we're good at and trying to put ourselves in a good position to be successful, the more successful we tend to be. So if we can just keep our eyes on us and what we need to do, then we'll have a chance moving forward.
Tommy, I'm actually a baseball question. I went and met your dad up there in the stands. He's got the baby mask on. What's the story there? And I guess how cool was it to have support like that of your dad?
Yeah, so your answer is probably as good as mine. Last weekend at the conference tournament, I looked behind the plate and my brother has on this big baby mask. And I don't even know where it came from, to be honest with you. No idea. So, but yeah, it's awesome having that support. My dad, thinks that these baby masks are going to start appearing everywhere. Whatever. But yeah, it's awesome having, the support from our fans. And a lot of them came today, which, I was kind of surprising, but it's an awesome feeling.
Quick follow-up. I'm curious, too. He was telling me that the bottle that he brought out as the prop today just came from his farm. Is that...
You got to stop talking to my dad, dude. But yeah. So I grew up on a tobacco farm with a lot of cows. So, yeah, I guess it's a little calf bottle. I don't know, man. Yeah, you got to stop talking to that man. He's crazy.
Middle? Yeah, middle.
Just in the second inning, I think you had offset 3 home runs, 3 doubles. You were hitting everything on the nose. What was happening there in terms of how effective you guys were in hitting Medich?
Yeah, I mean, I think that I think in the first, just trying to get an idea of what he was trying to do. It looked like he was trying to spin quite a bit with the slider. I think that's his go-to pitch. Obviously, I hadn't seen the videos. Our guys were obviously seeing it really well and being able to put the barrel on it and try to start to eliminate some of the exterior stuff, the change up and some of that stuff, and just try to be aggressive with our rhythm and timing and try to do some damage on pitches in the middle of the plate. And my guess is if we went back and looked at the video, there was probably some misses in the middle that we took advantage of.
Ty, kind of piggybacking off of that, just how big was that second inning to kind of get some momentum going and kind of lead to those 15 runs today?
Yeah, it's definitely big. Put us in a good position. I think after those first inning jitters, maybe for some of the new guys, kind of kicked in. It's just playing baseball again. We were able to execute. I think that was really good today. Besides from hitting the mistakes, we were able to move guys over, put them in scoring position with less than 2 outs, and cash in some runs early, which set us up for success going on those pitches that were missed over the middle.
If I could follow, I was listening to the tech radio broadcast, and they were hitting the ball. You guys were hitting the ball so well. In the second, it was suggested that maybe you guys had an idea of what was coming. Was that at all a part of it?
I couldn't tell you. I don't think so. See ball, hit ball.
Yeah, it's a white thing with red seams, and it's coming over this other white thing. And if it's over that, we should whack it pretty hard. So, no, we didn't have any. Medich didn't have any tells or anything like that. I just think that today our guys were pretty locked in, ready to go.
Coach, both Georgia Tech and Tennessee have top offenses. Are you going to take a similar approach if you wind up having to face Tennessee tomorrow like you did today?
In terms of?
Just overall game approach, just going against another good offense.
Yep, we're going to try to score as many runs as humanly possible against whoever we play, whenever we play it. I don't think that there's any lead safe. There's a lot of really good teams in this regional. Everybody that's here has earned their way here. And if you don't get out of this regional, then your season's over. So I think that, from our standpoint, it's, kill or be killed. And we're going to just try to, put the foot on the accelerator and try to score as much as we can and try to put up as many zeros, from the pitching and defensive side.
I know the goal is to never get too juiced, but how do you guys kind of prevent that if you do get the opportunity to play the number 1 team in the country tomorrow?
Coach talks about it all the time. I think we talk about it as a group. The only thing that matters is the guys in our dugout, on our bus. I don't think we really care who we play. We're just going to try to play our game. If we focus on what we can do, the rest will take care of itself. Obviously, it's a big name school. I'm sure it would be a great opportunity and a great environment if we get to play them, which is awesome for us. But just staying in the moment is big for us. Just trying to remain present, focus on the opportunity, the task at hand, staying 200 feet in front and doing it one job at a time.
Any other questions? Thank you, gentlemen.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.